Let's run this shit.
Yes, sir.
And I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
Welcome back to the Legacy Podcast. I got my boy Jaylane Fit with me. I almost fucked that up.
I know you're gonna call me Jalen. I reach across this table. You know it's a low carb day, right?
Yeah. He's aggressive right now.
Not even. I'm just agitated and hungry.
Super hungry. Well, I think this is actually going to be the first podcast that I post. I filmed one with Justin Martini a little before this, but Jay, for the people who do not know you, tell a little bit about yourself.
So my name is Jaylane Fit. It's not Jalen. Don't get it twisted. Been on TikTok for about a year now. Just recently made the switch like full time to this influencer shit. Also a Rise athlete. Y'all see the hat. Also sponsored by Anaka. If you guys want to pick up some Anaka drip, use code J. Support your boy.
Yes, sir.
We are currently 5 weeks out from our first bodybuilding show. This will be the third show that I've prepped for, but it will be the first one that I get to compete in. So low carb day today. We're struggling. If you guys didn't know, if you guys are true fans, you guys already know, but Jake was my first collab
Yes,
ever.
sir. All the way back in June of last year, I think.
June or July for sure.
It was near the quarantine time that we were doing it.
We actually, last time Jake came out here, we stitched the video. So if you guys want to look at the original video and see how much we've changed over the years.
For real.
It's kind of crazy.
Because we definitely over a year we both changed.
I might have put on some muscle.
Yeah, just a little bit, maybe like 25 pounds. I think I'm up 40 pounds from that video at least.
I was probably I'd say probably around like 175 in that video, and probably like 15% body fat.
Yeah.
I think I'm like 7 now in 190. If I weighed myself right now, I'd be like 197, 198.
Definitely getting lean for that show. Yeah. Also, so I have a question. What has been like the hardest part? You're 5 weeks away from this. What's the hardest part right now?
So I'm not gonna lie, there was a good part of this prep, like up until like basically I got back from Houston, I kind of like wasn't as locked in as I should be.
Yeah.
Kind of like not really in it, like almost like lost my drive. Was very focused on like content. I struggle on focusing on multiple things, so like I'm a very obsessive person. So like I'll go into something and I'm going in like 110%, and I kind of like other things like fall behind. So that's one thing I'm working on, is trying to balance that. So really just recently, like my coach increased cardio 20 minutes.
Yep.
My low carb days are super low. For some people, it's not that low. For me, though, excuse me, this whole prep I've been on around like 3,000 calories. And then I think around 10 weeks, we cut out, I think, fruit or something. Or no, we still were running, I think, the same. I don't know. We had a low carb day where I was still getting like 100 grams of carbs and I felt super hungry. And now I'm down to like 60 grams of carbs. And I still feel like I am starving. Yeah. So it's definitely
big parts food right now.
Yeah, especially we have people in and out like all the time, and no one that comes and visits the house is also on prep. So I get to watch everybody eat the good food and all that. And so early on in prep, I definitely cheated a handful of times. Was not on my diet. As of lately, I've been like 100% on my shit. Like getting exactly what I'm supposed to eat, not eating anything more. So.
That's crazy, bro. We were doing cardio the other day, and so when I do cardio, like right now I'm cutting a little bit, but mine's only 15 minutes, but I'm like flying. It's more high intensity. Jay was on it for an hour, and I got 30 minutes in and I about died. I don't know how you did that.
I mean, you were going at a much higher intensity. So my goal is to keep my heart rate around 150. That's what my coach wants, just as like a consistency thing. I did just buy a Whoop using Jake's link.
Let's go, baby.
Basically gave me the first month free, and so that should help now with the accuracy and whatnot.
Bro, the not only like the fitness tracker part of it, the sleep part is
okay.
Insane.
So Olivia actually asked me to ask you. Yeah. How was your sleep like way different than what you thought it was?
No, I knew I knew I wasn't getting enough sleep. Like I just like the time I went to bed to the 4 a.m.s I wake up, like I just knew I was not getting enough sleep. But the crazy part is, it's like I'll be laying in bed and have like a guesstimate of where I fell asleep. This thing's like pretty, like I'd say 5 or 10 minutes within like when you fell asleep, not just when you're in your bed, but fell asleep.
Wow. And then it gets you when you wake up, obviously.
Yeah.
How now charging it? How does that work?
So it's like it's kind of shitty charging, but you just take it off and then you have to undo this like little band right here and then just slide it in. But the great part about the charging, I charged it for an hour and it's still on like 80%. But like this has lasted 4 days now.
Okay, yeah, because I was wondering, it's
not
like how long, like if it's supposed to track you and be super consistent, you then have to take it off to charge it. So
that's the part I didn't like about the Apple Watch, because like I'm getting notifications all day and people are like, no, it lasts like all day and you sleep with it on. Well, I track my workout. I get notifications. I'll sometimes like voice text, get calls from it, and it'll be at like 10% the next day or that night of. So you can't track your sleep on that, especially like you wake up immediately, go work out.
Yeah.
Like you just can't track it.
100%.
So I definitely needed something that tracks it and gives me a number that I should try and hit. I have been getting to bed a little bit earlier. It's like 5 hours compared to 4 now.
That's a lot. An hour of sleep is a lot of sleep.
Yeah. A lot of people ask me like, how do I function on that? I try to take like an hour 30 nap somewhere in the day. If it's like at 9 a.m. or if it's at like 5 p.m., I have to take a nap somewhere.
Have you taken a nap today?
No. But I also got 7 hours last night.
Okay, that is true. That is true.
So my body's like functioning right now.
Yeah.
Actually, I took 2 naps in your car. I don't know if that counts.
Oh, yeah.
On the drive to the gym, my little gym meditation.
Little like 15-minute naps. Nothing crazy.
So, question I want to ask you: why did you choose, or like not necessarily just choose, but like why do you like bodybuilding more than aesthetics?
Those are the same thing. What do you mean bodybuilding more than aesthetics?
Ziz versus bodybuilding.
Like the sport itself versus just because I'm very competitive.
Yeah.
And it's something that I feel that like I'm like built for, like genetically and like mentally.
Yeah.
Like pushing myself, staying disciplined, shit like that. And it's just like it's just more appealing, like that look. Like Ziz, to me, his physique, in my opinion, I'm probably gonna get some hate. Ziz is overrated as fuck.
I mean,
physique wise, overrated as fuck.
Yeah.
Obviously, what he did for the culture, you know, that is what it is, right? That's not overrated.
Yeah.
But like physique wise, like overrated. Like Buddy didn't have any legs.
Yeah.
My opinion, like so now when I look at people and I'm like, oh, how's their physique? I always look at it from a classic physique standpoint.
Okay.
So it's not just so you could have a great upper body, but if you don't have legs, well,
Yeah.
you're lacking half your body, bro.
Me.
But
Lacking a little bit.
they're not lacking that much. Your legs are pretty solid.
They're
like,
getting there.
They're pretty proportionate to like your upper body. Like they've come a long way.
If we would have met the first time that like we did our collab, dude, I would have been tiny at like 6'1", 175 pounds. A lot of
You weigh like as much as me.
yeah.
You were leaner though.
Yeah, I mean, but I was also taller too.
Yeah.
But a lot of my friends like told me, they were like, you know, I didn't think you were on steroids. Like I'm not on steroids, but they were like, I didn't think you were on steroids till you started bulking. And like, because I put on 40 pounds and like I was lean through the whole time, but like just the sheer size, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, everyone thought I wasn't natty with my transformation. If you guys haven't peeped it, shameless plug, you're going to have to scroll on my Instagram, but crazy like 100-day, 120-day like transformation. And everyone on the internet thought I wasn't natty. No one in person never saw that because they saw me in the gym every day. They saw me like grinding and they saw like the slow progression. But I got so much hate. I was going to post one of the videos on TikTok because they posted his transformation.
Yeah.
And, like, I don't know. I feel like they come in, like, phases when they're popping. And I was like, fuck it. Let's just slide this in there.
I think I'm going to, going back to what I was saying, I was running like every single day. Dude, my legs were probably the size of my calves right now. I'm not even capping. It was bad.
My legs were still big. They weren't, I never measured them. That's the thing.
Yeah.
If I had to guess, they probably were, like maybe with a pump, like 25. I don't know, the shape of them. I've always had big legs. They weren't necessarily
like
small.
They're bigger in person. If you guys were wondering, like it's weird to think about because like the photos, the best thing I can compare them to is that photo you took with Alex, and it's like his shredded leg, but then yours is shredded in a fucking balloon. It is so
the one I'm wearing the red tank or
I
whatever.
think so.
Yeah.
Like you took the photo and you were just both right there. But Alex has like a pretty normal size leg. So if you want to figure out like what your size compared to Jay is, like in real life, that's the photo to look at right there.
Valid.
Your leg might even be smaller than Alex's. Yeah. Okay. I had a topic. It is, have you ever had like a terrible gym story, like a gym horror story?
Nothing like crazy bad. Like I've never had any big like gym injuries. Never been in like a gym fight. I'm trying to think just off the top of my head right now without like thinking even more. I had to work. I was working at Walgreens. I was a manager at Walgreens. Like this is when I was like living out of the closet. Working at Walgreens. I had to work in the morning, and so I got out of work I think at 3.
Yeah.
And the gym closed at 5. And so I knew I would not get out of work at 3. Like I knew it would be busy, and I'd end up being there a little bit longer. And then that would not give me enough time to fully do my workout. I was doing cardio every day. Like I wanted to enjoy my time in the gym.
Yeah.
So I went in, I believe, at 7 or maybe 8. And so I did. When you want it bad enough, I was like, okay, I have to get up at 5, and I have to get at the gym when it opens up so that I can fully get my workout in. I had legs and like do everything I want to do and then still go to work.
Yeah.
Well, that was the only, I got the shits while working out. And it was like, before my set, I was like warming up, squatting. I was like, fuck, go to the bathroom. I think I had like 275 on there squatting it. And I was like, I got to rack this bathroom. I think I went to the bathroom like 3 times.
That's
like,
terrible.
and I mean like blew that shit up like every fucking trip. And I was like, bro, can I catch a break? I'm trying to be great.
Yeah.
Then I was doing like dumbbell RDLs or whatever, and I went to go rack the dumbbells, a 70-pound dumbbell. I racked the one, I go to rack the other one, I missed the rack, and I took a chunk of skin off my knuckle. I was like, yo, it is raining. When it rains, it fucking pours.
Bro.
But that's like the most like gym horror story.
I have a pretty bad one. I wasn't gonna tell you guys until like the podcast today. So I was actually fucking in these pants. So
Those exact ones?
Yeah, yeah, hold up. Okay. But yeah, I was in these pants. Like I was going to the gym. It was super early. No, I didn't eat anything. But the night before, I had like a big meal and stuff. Took Rise Project Blackout. I don't know what it is,
Nitrates.
but it's the nitrates then. It makes every day. It's like on the dot right after I take it. I'm going to the gym. First thing I do.
Take a shit.
Yes.
Gym shit.
But I wasn't like super feeling it. Like I had to shit that morning. So I was in my car doing a hype video. I think I actually did a motivational video on TikTok. But like, I don't know what it was. I thought it was a fart.
Oh no.
So I thought it was a fart.
Good old shart.
Dude. So these pants are like pretty light colored. They're like pretty light gray. And I was like,
are you free balling in them?
No. So I was like, okay, I don't think it was a shit or anything. So I look under my pants and there's a fucking brown stain in these shorts, bro. There's a brown stain. All my buddies are waiting on me to go inside. I have to fucking free ball it, get a pair of shorts that I was going to wear after the sauna or the steam room, and just go to the fucking gym. I had to wash these shorts like a couple times. It's funny
and those
now
are on my kitchen table chair.
on this white kitchen table chair. But yeah, dude, I think that
It came through the underwear too.
dude, it was bad. Like it was like one of those. It was like, oh, this is gonna be easy, let out, whatever. And then
Psych,
it just,
you thought.
boom, like, oh, I don't know what it was. Also, I added oatmeal back into my diet, and I think that really fucked me up. I don't know what it was.
Nitrates, man. Anyone wondering that takes Blackout? It's the nitrates that make you.
I started taking core after that. I'm not gonna lie.
Rightfully so.
Yeah, rightfully so.
Yeah, no, I haven't had any like situations like that. And I've only thrown up at the gym a couple times, like recently, or like that I can remember since like seriously starting to work out. And one of them, Actually, both of them have been leg days in the morning.
Yeah.
Just like, even if I wait like an hour or two after I had my breakfast, just something about like it in the morning.
The sheer
just
volume
like,
of your leg day too. Man.
Yeah.
I mean, Chase threw up during your workout.
He did. I've got a handful of victims. I think I have like 5 or 6 victims that have made throw up.
I made it through the workout, but we're also going again tomorrow doing legs.
But my leg day tomorrow is like a hamstring focused day.
Thank God.
It's not the same. It doesn't drain you the same.
Yeah.
It like you can't do enough like compound movements in my opinion. At least for me, and for me to get like the most like my most connection out of my like hamstrings. Like after I do RDLs, like what else am I gonna do? My low back is already starting to. Yeah. After that.
So I posted this TikTok like a little bit ago. It actually like got 500,000. It was where I was doing hack squats to failure. People fucking ripped on me for having a plate on each side, but it had 135 resistance. Let's put that out there before the plate. So it was kind of heavy, but I was going to failure because like you go to failure on hack squats and got fucking big legs. Why? Like I'm going to fucking do the same thing.
Honestly.
So like I'm going to failure and people in the comments are just blowing up. Don't train to failure. Don't train to failure.
I get people blowed up. Like I've made videos on it. I'm like, well, the secret to my legs being so big.
Yeah.
And then I get a ton of people. And I get like Bing lists and all these other like any creator that everyone just sucks off and rides their meat and thinks that their opinion is the only valid opinion, all of them get tagged. Yeah. It's like, well, this is what works for me. Do they look better than me? No.
No.
Does that necessarily make me know more than them? No. But science is one thing, but everybody's body reacts differently.
Yeah. No, I've definitely seen. You gave me 2 tips about growing my legs. It's fucking go to failure and sus machine.
You got to build the adductors.
I started doing that and I saw like significant difference just because I was at like I think I was around 21 inches on my quads and now I'm about 25 and a half.
That's a big difference. That is quite the difference.
Especially when you're like the adductors part of this thing that you're measuring.
So what makes
like,
your leg look so big is having a big. Obviously, having big quad sweep is one thing, but not everyone's quad grows like that, and you're gonna get a giant sweep.
Yeah.
No, I mean people were ripping on you. I did the video of you guys doing my leg day, and people were tearing you guys apart for doing 40 pounds on leg extensions
exactly.
and struggling. And I was like, I wish every motherfucker that commented could step in the fucking ring. Like you guys got some big dick energy. You better bring that shit. Yeah. And see what you're about. I was like, little do you know that they started at 160 pounds, did as many as they could. This is the last quad movement that we did, mind you. This is after hack squat, Bulgarians, the leg press. Yeah.
That
so
leg press
we did a lot. 160. All right, let's run 80. Let's run 40. Let's run 20. Like, come on now.
There was a point there where I was doing quad extensions and I didn't have my leg. Like I took my legs out from the machine.
It's like hard.
And I was trying to like actually flex my quads, like do an extension, and it fucking hurt.
Your legs are fucking shivering.
Yeah. So, is there like a specific way now that you're training rather than like when you were training during like your bulk and everything that changed during like now that you're on prep?
Not really. I still train the same.
Pretty much.
Less ego shit. Well, if you count like my first cycle as like my bulk, even though I wasn't necessarily like bulking, because I kind of got leaner and put on size, but my strength shot up was my first time, like trying shit. So like I definitely went for like PRs and shit like that. You won't see me like do any of that now unless it's like me just rambunctiously, like when I tried the sumo shit, like that was just like, let me try it for the video. I was about to mention that. Yeah, like let me just try it for the video, but that's the only thing that I've done. But I still train like this, the exact same. Yeah. Now you probably won't really see me do like rack pulls or shit like that, just because getting like tired and depleted. It also depends on like what if it falls on a low carb day or a high carb day on like how I'm gonna be like training. I'm still going all out, still like killing it, but like some days now may just be one muscle group. Today I hit lats. Yesterday we literally just hit chest. That's all I did was chest.
That was a good workout too.
Just changes, just like changes a little bit like that. Like a lot of people ask, "Yo, what's your split?" I don't have a split. I kind of just train off instinct, do whatever.
Yeah. So
Zay, for those of you guys wondering, Zay is over here standing in the doorway, being a little druggy, ripping the freaking cheese. Did you take one? Oh, y'all hear him coughing, right?
Yeah. Man, he's still coughing.
Yo, Zay, you want to do me a solid?
Close the door.
I wasn't going to say that. I was going to ask him to move my tripod in front of me.
Oh.
You want to move my tripod, like, not in the camera, but, like, closer? It's right there. Oh, yeah, y'all going to hear him coughing now. Y'all going to hear him coughing now. That boy feeling good. How many people are even in here? Probably not a lot. 8? We'll keep it rolling. No, you can move it. Bring it forward. No. Back it up. Right there. Back just yeah, and then turn it this way.
Toward him.
No, other way.
No, other way.
Other way.
Oh my God, Zay.
Other way. That's valid. We'll rock with that.
There we go.
So I don't even know if they can hear me in there. So now they'll be able to hear me a little better.
Yeah. So okay, I guess since we haven't done this like on this podcast, for the guys who do not know who you are, give a little bit about, I mean, we've gone through a lot of it, but like why are you into like fitness? I worded that weird, but like what got you into fitness? That's what I wanted to say.
Originally, I mean, I played sports my whole life. And so like my senior year, I got really into fitness. Our strength and conditioning coach helped us a lot with that, and like me like falling in love with like lifting and kind of starting to watch some people on YouTube, the Hodge twins, Rich Piana, Steve Cook, Brian Shaw, like people that were like bodybuilding or like way more into fitness and trying to learn a lot more. And so my freshman year of college, I was really into fitness. I made a fitness account. If any of you guys want to look it up, it's college.fit03 on Instagram. You can look up a young me. I was scared. I had a girl at the time. I was scared to post pictures like with my shirt off. Like this was all like new to me.
Yeah.
And so I made a separate account. Was running track my freshman year in college. My grandfather ended up passing away that year, and I like lost all my motivation to work out.
Yeah.
And then what would have been, I think my senior year, what would have been my senior year in the fall, October 15th? No, October 28th, because I know the exact day that I started my fitness journey.
Yeah.
Me and my girl of 4 years and like I think 15 days broke up. Another reason. I know the exact date because I started like a fitness journey. So after 2 days after that, or it might even have been a day after that, I don't know. But I got in the gym, and then like 1 week straight turned into, what if we went like a whole month? 1 month went to, let's hit 50 days. 50 days turned to 100 days. I made it 136 days in a row going to the gym. That's the transformation that I referenced earlier that I was talking about. Yeah. And like along that journey, probably around like day 80, because I was in the gym, I was killing myself, like cardio. Like I didn't do, for the first 30 days, I was running a mile, and I would try to run a faster mile every single day, or I would go for 2 miles.
Oh my God. Like
I was just all right, let's just get back, like not even bodybuilding, like let's just get back in the gym. And then I started following more bodybuilding stuff, but my boy Tyrell, this dude from Buffalo, he was into bodybuilding. He convinced me to do bodybuilding. He was like, bro, you have great genetics. Like, you have genetics, like, similar genetics to me. Yeah. He just had 30 pounds of muscle on me at the time. And I was like, sure, like, we'll try it out. And then I slowly, like, fell in love with, like, the art and, like, all the things that come with it. So fast forward 136 days. The gym's closed. I had a show canceled 6 days out and 13 days out. So I was on prep for that for a men's physique show. And then I think 2 weeks later, I started TikTok. I made my first ever TikTok, I believe March 28th. Wasn't fitness related. One of my buddies had talked me into it. And at this time, I'd already made my Instagram kind of like a fitness account. I only had like 4,000 followers, though. And that was from me going through, and I'd follow a ton of people.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I'd click on somebody from my school. I would follow everyone that liked their picture because I want people that are going to like pictures. And then give it a day or two, and I'd go through and I'd unfollow everybody. So, like, it wasn't, like, true, like, followers.
It was followers, not
It was just followers. Yes. I talk about that all the time, Yeah. I have followers, not fans.
Actually, go into a little bit about that, because I know there's so many people in the fitness industry, and like you guys will, like, you can go and see it. Like, there's people with 80 to 100,000, maybe like 40,000 followers, but they have a following, not influence, or they bought their followers. But
so you can look at it like following doesn't mean influence, or you could also look at it like some people have lots of fans, and then some people have lots of followers. So regardless, followers and influence are like the same thing in both of those analogies. So you can have you can look at, I know you guys have definitely clicked on somebody's account. Oh, they have a shit ton of followers. They have like 100,000 followers. Then you click on their post and they get like 5,000 likes. And then a great example, you go click on, shout out Alex. You go click on Alex's. I don't know what he's at now, but at the time, like 72,000 followers, and he's getting 15 to 18K likes and a ton of comments. They got a lot more interaction.
Yes.
Because having a lot of followers does not, it might get you in the door with like some brands, but at the end of the day, if you're not selling, that brand's not going to keep you. And it really doesn't matter. Like, cool, you got a sponsorship, but that brand isn't really about their shit.
Yeah.
Like if they're sponsoring people with fake followers, like, come on now.
Yeah. You got me with Rise and stuff. I want to, like, how did you go about like knowing Rise? Because I've never heard of them until you like said something like a long time ago.
So I was a big Greg Doucette fan for a while, like especially on like my fitness journey.
Yeah.
And so he got sponsored by Rise.
Yeah.
I think he might have got sponsored. I forget if it was after or before, but I had been watching him and he'd like plug it, whatever. Didn't really pay it no mind.
Yeah.
One of the days I was working out at LA Fitness, and LA Fitness in Buffalo, New York, which is where Rise Subs originated. That's where Nick's from, the CEO. They were selling like,
shout out Nick.
yeah, shout out Nick, shout out Mr. Nick. They were selling it at like their protein or like their smoothie bar, and I was post workout. I needed something high protein, and I didn't want to waste too many calories.
Yeah.
And so I bought a scoop of protein powder because all I had was like I had like $2 on me, and it was like $10 minimum for to use a card. And I was like, fuck. He was like, well, you could buy a scoop of protein powder. I was like, all right. So I got some water. I filled it up more than I normally would. Typically, like in the past, I'd use less water, so I got more of the flavor because the flavors weren't that good, or just so I could slam it faster.
Yeah.
And so I had filled it up. I put the scoop in there. I shake it up. I get to my car and I drink it. And it was peanut butter cup. And I was like, I'm drinking a fucking Reese's right now. I was like, what the fuck? I was so blown out of the water. And I was like, dude, this was made with water. Like, this wasn't even milk. Like, typically I'd always use milk or almond milk or whatever. And I was like, yo. I was like, this is crazy. And so then I got on like their website or whatever, and I looked up, they had like an affiliate program where you could like earn your way to getting sponsored. If you had enough sales, I think you needed 100 in a year. And it's literally insane because I remember looking at like the different tiers. It's like R1, R2, R3, R4. R4 is where you start.
Yeah.
I think if you make 10 sales I think it's calendar year, if it's still the same as it was, then you move to R3, and then it's 50. And then it's 100 to move up to R1, which means you're a sponsored athlete. Like at the time when you guys first entered the affiliate program, you get 25% off all the products. So you get like a Rise code or whatever to use, and you get 25% off the product. So you still have to pay for the products, but you get to save like a decent bit of money.
Another 10%.
And I remember looking at that like, yo, 100 sales, like fuck, that'd be insane. I remember like trying to put people on Rise.
Yeah.
My code was JayLane4810. Like I still remember it. Trying to like put like people that I knew in person, they'd like use my code. I'd be like, oh, I wonder what I'm at. Like we're getting close. But I was always like, dude, 100 sales in a year? Like, dude, that will never fucking happen. And now like I do more than that in a month. It's like I just now thought of that, and like it all like hit in my head just now. Like that moment of looking at that, like, dude, 99 plus? And then I can like fly out. I was like, dude, that'd be dope. But I was like, that's not gonna fucking happen. And so fast forward a little bit. I think I was with Rise for like a month or so. And and mind you, I'd seen all Greg's ads and stuff, and I'm at LA Fitness working out.
I'm gonna restart the camera.
All right, so I'm at LA Fitness working out, and Nick's from Buffalo. So at the time, I think he still had a house in Buffalo, or he was visiting family or whatever. But he was there, and I was like, hold on. I'm looking at him like, yo, he's wearing all the Rise shit. I'm like, yo, is that the Rise CEO? Like, I've seen his Instagram. So I pull up his Instagram, and I'm like this, checking the pictures, you know, like seeing. I was like, yo, that's him. So I go up, I talk to him, like, oh, yeah, I'm a big fan of Greg. I was like, yeah, I'm actually affiliate. He was like, oh, yeah, that's dope. He was like, have you tried our pre-workout? I was like, no, I don't take any, like, pre-workout. Or, like, I'd said, no, I haven't tried the pre-workout. I haven't tried anything. Because at the time, I was still working at Walgreens. I was living out of the closet. So, like, I could afford like the protein powder, but that like me buying expensive ass pre-workout at the time, I was like, I can't be. Yeah. Like I don't need the pre-workout. Like I'm fine without it. So like we just won't take pre-workout. It was just like a money saver type thing. And then that's now been a little over a year, like almost to the T, like a couple weeks off of a year to the T. And now I'm living in Texas for Rise.
At the Rise Content House.
At the Rise House. Like where are we filming this podcast? The Rise House.
Yeah. So did you talk to Nick at that time? Were you like, oh, I have like this many sales, or was it?
No, I had no idea how many sales. I was just talking to him. Like he probably, like I don't mean this in a disrespectful way, but he wouldn't have thought that I'd be out here like now.
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like he would have never
100%.
thought that it would have transpired to this. But I was just like. I was a fan of Ryzen. So, like, obviously I got treated respect. Like, he had a little bit of conversation, let him get back to the workout. He said bye before he left. Like, all that shit, like, very, like, professional and, like, how you'd expect. But, like, I know he didn't, like, see, oh, yeah, this kid's got potential. Not at that point, at least.
Yeah. Because you weren't, like, were you still, like, you were all natty then, right?
I was diced, though. I was lean. I was on prep. I was, like, 3 weeks out.
Oh, okay.
I wasn't... I don't think I was as lean as I am now. I'm holding more water, which I have to keep in mind. But like, I don't think my legs have ever been this lean.
Damn.
So I think I'm leaner now. Yeah, and I'm 30 pounds heavier.
Yeah, whole lot bigger.
Shout out Diet Water.
Shout out Diet Water. Okay, so since this is called the Legacy Podcast, what do you want your legacy to be known? Like, how do you want to be remembered? When you're gone.
Like perfect world. Obviously, I want to go pro.
Yeah.
That much competitive. Yeah. If I was an Olympian, that'd be dope. Because then I could have like the legacy of being like, the bodybuilder that was more than just a bodybuilder. Yeah. You know, like Jay Cutler's really remembered for being great, like what he did off the stage. Like you got like Ronnie Coleman, greatest bodybuilder of all time, but greatest bodybuilding career, no. Like Jay Cutler did more. Or like just like a LeBron type deal. Like LeBron has like no flaws to him. Like he's never cheated, never did anything bad like that. Like whether or not you think he's the greatest basketball player of all time, he's up there. And he's a great person off the court too, and inspiring like others. He's like the perfect like role model. He's like an actual superhero. Like if you really think about it, like he's into late age. He's still competing at a very high level. He's been with his like high school sweetheart or whatever. Like he does all this shit that I promised school. Like he is a great role model to look up to. So if I could be like having kids like, oh, I want to be like Jaylane when I'm older. That's the legacy I want.
That would be badass, bro.
That's the legacy I want.
Yeah. You said, do you want, like, people ask me all the time, like, hey, what if, like, TikTok or whatever, YouTube, they probably won't last forever. And my mom told me the other day, she was like, well, bodybuilding didn't last forever for Arnold Schwarzenegger. He was the governor of fucking California. Like, you really just don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, bro, and I've been in worse situations, and I've figured it out. So I will figure it out again. Same thing with me just sending it, moving down here.
Yeah.
What if it doesn't work out? Well, then I'll figure it out like I have with everything else in life, but I'm not passing up on the opportunity.
Yeah, I got you. Simple
as that. And there's just like, when like, by then, like say like when I'm older, I would hope that I've like, you know, obviously I'm wearing my merch now, another shameless, the Dream Chaser, but like have more of a brand established, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or just like a collection with a brand. Say I had my own collection with a knocker or something, like just like other forms of income. Maybe I move to like online coaching now and shit like that, you know?
Yeah.
It doesn't necessarily have to be just TikTok, YouTube, all that.
So you got into Naka recently. Let's go over. I know you posted a YouTube video about it. I'll put the link in the description if you guys want more like inside on the story. But why'd you leave? Because you were with Raw Gear first. I was with Raw Gear. Why Anaka over Raw Gear?
So one of the biggest things is how I felt like Raw Gear like treated their athletes. I was taken care of. Mind you, I did well in sales. So I was taken care of, but I would see like my friends, people that I'm close to that were also with Raw Gear, like not get treated the same.
Yeah.
And like I would just see like they would pick up athlete after athlete after athlete after athlete, which I understand is the influencer strategy. But they have some athletes, I don't know if they're still on the team or not, but that have fake followers, like clearly fake followers. They have more followers than me and they only get a few hundred likes. but now they have a raw gear code. It's like, huh, like really. Some other little things is like raw gear doesn't tag any of their athletes on their Instagram posts.
Yeah.
That really bothers the fuck out of me. Just like little shit like that. So like they post a picture, it could be me, and then it's just Bradley Martin and raw gear tag.
I was about to say.
Like, that's kind of fucked up. Like, what about the person that is in the picture? Like, the whole point, like, when you work with a brand, like, if I'm working with a brand, it's supposed to be, I'm supposed to help you grow, or you're supposed to help me grow.
Yeah.
Like, I help Rise grow, Rise helps me grow. I help Anaka grow, they help me grow, type deal. And just like the action, like, Anaka wanted to fly me out knowing that I was with Raw Gear.
Yeah.
Because they fucked with, like, my content, and they made it clear. And they booked it and all that before I left Raw Gear.
Wow.
Action. Raw Gear was talking about, oh, yeah, we'll fly you up maybe later. Like, they've flown Alex out a couple times. Like, I get it.
Yeah.
Alex does very well with Raw Gear, so you're going to find, but, like that. And
Yeah,
just the
no
obviously the cultural difference between the two. Like, when I went out there to Houston, I was taken care of.
Yeah.
I didn't pay for anything. Only thing I paid for was my Uber to the gym, my day pass, and back on a day where everyone was chilling and I needed to go do cardio.
Yeah.
So I decided I'm going to go and do that. Everything else was taken care of. Like, they looked out. Like, we went to the warehouse, we were getting shit. Like, what do you need? Oh, you need a belt? Here, let's size it for you right now. Everything. Oh, you want a bag?
Damn.
Oh, we got a bag. Oh, you need some new knee sleeves? All right, see if you can rip these ones.
Yeah. I'm
Taken
not going
care
to
of.
lie. The Naka drips fucking badass.
And that's
too.
and another thing is it's more my style. So the Raw Gear winter drops when I first signed with Raw Gear were
Yeah.
dope. I really fucked with the hoodies. The sweatpants were pretty dope. Like, but then like the newer stuff, the last and even this
tie-dye.
upcoming drop. So the last 3 drops were kind of just like they had the oversized tees. Those were dope. They had the cargo pants, which were pretty wavy. But then it's just like it's kind of it's not my style.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like you guys have seen like me do the videos where I go like gym drip shopping, you get a dope graphic tee pump cover. Like that's
We're going
my
to do
style.
that tomorrow.
That's my style, not like basic. I obviously still have a closet full of Raw Gear, and I'll still rock it. Like
Yeah.
I grew up watching Bradley Martin, so it's like I'm still gonna rock the Raw Gear. But like Anaka is a better fit for me.
Yeah. And like the Gatorade Naka Power that Zay's got on over there.
It's dope.
Badass. Like
gray
all their
one?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, they have a gray one, a black one. They're dope.
Yeah. Like all their just designs are crazy.
Yeah, and it's just like I don't know. It's just more my style now.
How did you feel when Bradley Martin hit you up about Raw Gear though?
The craziest thing is that happened probably an hour before I broke up with my ex.
Really?
Yeah. So I was on top of the world.
Yeah.
I was like, we're chilling. I was like, yep.
Let's fucking go.
Like, yep, we're great.
We're doing
But
great.
it was shortly after I got back from Jersey, and Alex had posted a picture of me and him both wearing the Raw Gear. I was wearing his shit. We flicked up.
Yeah.
And it was a yo from Bradley Martin. I was like, oh my fucking God. I was like, I already know what he's going to say. Like, I was super hyped. And at the time, I was just sponsored by, like, Rise, besides, like, local sponsors, but, like, big brand deals, just Rise. So I was like, fuck. I was like, yeah, of course. Like, Alex is with Rise, and then, like, or with Raw Gear. And then I was like, all my boys got with, like, Raw Gear. Like, the Soul House was all sponsored by Raw Gear. Except for Joey. Joey was with Young LA. But, like, everyone that was, like, living in the house was all Raw Gear.
Yeah.
We're all Rise. So it just, like, made sense. It was, like, so, like, perfect world. Like, all my boys were sponsored. But then it just kept going and going on who they sponsored. And then I was like, all right,
Didn't they
it's time to
have
make
like
a decision for me.
40 athletes or something at one
In
point?
the group chat, when I was in it, there was, like, 65, I
Oh
believe.
my God. How many does the Naka have?
I'm not too sure how many people have like codes. So Naka is not a discount code; it's a supporter code. So it's the
got
same
you.
way. You just don't save 10% when you use it. I just
Yeah.
earn 10% commission.
Yeah.
As like, oh, you came from like JayLane, like type
Yeah.
shit.
I got you.
So I'm not too sure. I do know when I was out there with me, Marco, J-Biz, and Zay and David, they were like, yeah, this is like
The crew right here.
there's like this is our starting 5. Like these are like I don't know. I just felt very wanted.
How was it meeting Jacked Italian and Crypto Cousin? Or
Cousin,
Crypto?
we'll start with Cousin. Cousin's the exact person that he is.
Yeah.
On there. Like he is the funniest person I've ever met. Like he is a fucking character. Dude's a wizard when it comes to crypto. But like you see him, he'll be fucking around. He'll be like, this motherfucker's got it. And then you start talking about crypto. You're like, oh shit.
Yeah.
But he is a fucking trip. That man is all gas, no break. And just like
Yeah.
his lingo, the accent is just fucking hilarious. Marco's all over the walls. Like Marco is a ball of energy.
Yeah.
Like, woo, like Chase.
Yeah,
He's like,
like
Chase. And I
Chase.
didn't expect. I was like, fuck, bro.
That's
But
funny.
they're all fucking super dope. And obviously, I've met David already. David's fucking funny as hell.
Yeah. I wanted to come down when David came down to this Rise house.
We had the whole plantation here.
Oh God. Which Jacked Italian, I was listening to Modcast on the way down here, and he's like, both of them don't, I mean, they do fitness. I like how they fuck around too, like get drunk a lot. But Jack, like, I didn't know he did any of that shoe shit. Was he like
What do you mean?
like reselling shoes and shit?
Oh yeah. He's been reselling shoes. Like I remember seeing him on TikTok doing that.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck, bro, I need to like up my game. And like I just started crypto. I still need to spend more time like really like digesting it and learning it. But yeah, he sells shoes. I think he's in the crypto game now.
Yeah.
Like,
Do you think which one of them could outdrink your boy?
probably cousin.
Cousin? Really?
I don't know. I might have outdrank you Saturday. I was deep. That's the day
Saturday?
that we got smacked. It was our last night in Houston. It was the day of the drop. We went out to a nightclub. We had a section. I got fucking smacked. Oh, I was probably 20 deep.
Bro,
And mind you,
light work, bro.
that's like in a short period of time though.
Bro,
Because I didn't
that
drink.
ain't bad though.
That's a lot.
I got a problem.
a straight liquor too.
Oh, was it tequila? Like
Tequila,
I know you
vodka.
like
I took
tequila.
I took a shot of Henny with Marco and Zay. Like
I had my first shot of Henny
shit.
the other day. I was at Dixon, and they were like, "Hey, bro, you want some Henny?" I'm like, "Fuck yeah, I do," because he's paying for it. Never had it before. I blacked out.
Anything is possible, baby.
Facts.
That shit is no joke. But we definitely. I don't know. I'd probably put my money on cousin.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought he was a big stoner, but I mean,
He'll do both. The man missed his flight the day that we got there because he woke up sauced on his couch outside, and his phone. He didn't have a charger, so his phone died, and the alarm never went off.
Bro, that man, cousin, he ain't got to worry about flight changes. That man's rolling.
Nah, he's doing well for himself. It was humbling too. That's why I like collabing with different people because like I need to be doing more.
Yeah.
Like especially when you start talking with the stuff that like obviously stays between you and the other person, just like sales shit like that. It's like damn.
Yeah.
Like there's levels to this shit. Like these motherfuckers are really doing it. Like I gotta step it up.
Yeah.
It was very like motivating.
That's another reason why I'm down here so much, because like the atmosphere down here, it's very creative, very like high productivity, and we're all focused like kind of on the same thing. Pretty much the same thing. It's just like growing influence, TikTok, YouTube, all of that. That's why I really like coming down here.
Yeah, bro. It's nice to be around people with the same mindset. You know what I'm saying?
I think that's why like content houses in general work pretty well.
Yeah.
Like if it's all set up right and everything.
Yeah,
content houses.
there might be an Anaka house. I'm just saying. It was talked about. Obviously, talk is talk. You know, it don't mean nothing without any action, but it could potentially happen.
That'd be badass.
That would be badass.
All right. Well, we're about 45 minutes in. I think good place to call it. You got anything you want to spiel about?
I got one question.
What?
Is it Gainz or girls
For me,
for you?
bro, 100% it
Gainz
is.
over girls? Because I heard you guys.
Bro,
So
we were talking
for those.
about
Well, this was probably gonna be the first podcast that you guys
Yeah.
see on the Legacy channel, but Justin's podcast was filmed before, so I heard part of it.
So
And obviously, Justin is Mr. Gainz over girls.
So for me, I haven't ever.
Or hold on, let's start with this. What does Gainz over girls mean to you?
So Gains over girls to me means just putting the gym top priority over stuff that shouldn't be necessarily priority at our age, if that makes sense.
Okay.
So like it's putting the gym over alcohol, putting the gym over fucking like cheat meals, whatever, like going to do other hobbies. Like that's the first thing that comes. Like family's still up there.
That's an interesting perspective.
It's a girls is just like the word there, but it's like a lot of stuff.
Yeah, because like I'm like how I interpret it, it's always Gainz over girls, like no matter what. So like Gainz over girls means, in my opinion, like prioritizing yourself. Like you are your number one priority, which is how it should always be in a healthy relationship. That's how it's going to be. You're going to have two independent people. You know, if you get dependent people, things become toxic. It becomes whatever. But like Gainz over girls is focusing on yourself before like anyone else. At the end of the day, no one has to live with what goes on in your head except for you. No one knows exactly how you feel, no matter how you word it, except for you. So you got to focus on yourself, because you can't make someone else happy if you're not happy. Yeah. So Gainz over girls means that. But, and then just like me saying the whole Gainz with girls is just like a play on the exactly like Gainz over girls.
Yeah. I will say, I do like, if I am talking to a girl and like shit hits the fan or whatever, that does fuck with me like quite a bit.
Oh, it's going to. Like we're all human.
But then
even though we're men and we're not supposed to have feelings, like that's gonna
not
happen.
Supposed to have feelings.
That's like the stigma that's put out there. Big tough guy.
Yeah. But it does like fuck. Like I'm not gonna take that away. That's why a lot of people start out in the gym, is because they're getting back at a girl. My story
started 2 days after I broke up.
Justin's story.
It could be the start, but that's not what keeps you in there.
Exactly.
It may spark it. Like, you get your heart broken, like, oh, yeah, you're going to be, like, super motivated because you're going to use that emotion. But that could be anything. Someone could pass away. Anything could go wrong.
Yeah, mine was a lot of parents' divorce.
And then, like, it could be anything like that. And you're like, all right, like, I'm going to get in the fucking gym and get after it.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be the heartbreak.
That's, like, I told Justin this next podcast that a lot of kids will DM me, hey, bro, how do I get motivation? How do I stay in the gym? I've been like, not consistent with my diet. I'm like, dude, you got to do it for you. You got to find out like why you
find your reason why. You
got to find your reason, like why you're doing this, because motivation is not going to last. I listened to 15 minutes of like Jocko Willing's podcast.
David Goggins. Motivation is temporary, man.
Yeah. I mean, I only like during cardio, like I'm going to do the cardio either way. If the video like was playing or not, like it helps, but it's not going to keep you consistent.
Nah, man, because being truly motivated, fuck, my phone just did that stupid ass shit. It is when you say you're gonna do something and you still do it, even when that mood that you said it that you were gonna do it in has passed.
Yeah,
like how bad do you want it? Like if you really want it bad, you're gonna make it happen. If you gotta wake up early to go to the gym, you're gonna make it happen. If you gotta pack your lunch, cook it early, you're gonna make it happen. Whatever.
Yeah, I mean, like the videos I post in the morning, like on my Snapchat, like the 4 a.m. ones, those are like trying to inspire people to get them to find like why. Because like I'm not gonna lie, like I've been way happier now that I'm in the gym, focusing on myself rather than focusing on stupid shit. Like the stuff that I do is trying to get people in the gym.
Yeah,
like all the motivation stuff. There's memes fucking everywhere.
Yeah, 100%. That's what it's about. So, the message to take out of this, because we'll end on that note, because we could run on that tangent forever.
Yeah,
is ask yourself, look in the mirror and ask yourself, how bad do you want it? And if you actually want it bad, ask yourself, am I being a bitch and making excuses, or am I going after it? Because the best way to predict the future is to create it.
Work hard every day, baby. All right, this has been the Legacy Podcast. Thank you guys for listening. Also, if you haven't already, Jay's on the podcast. Use code Jay for Anaka Power and Rise supplements, or you can use code Jay, it's whatever. But I will see you guys later.